Hello and welcome back. This is Susan Lopresti, and you are listening to the Susan Lopresti Wellness Mind, Body, Soul podcast. I'm so grateful to have you here with me today. My hope is that my podcast will add value to your day and I can inspire you to begin your own journey of wellness. My mission on here is to help midlife women to look and feel their very best selves regardless of age. Your age should not define you. It's merely a number which represents the number of years you've been on this earth. It doesn't have to be associated with any kind of negative connotation about getting older. Please remember that. It doesn't matter how old you are. It's all about your mindset. So physical health many times is a reflection of a person's emotional or mental state based on negative or depressed feelings about their life, especially if they're having a hard time adjusting to the reality of getting older. It is so much easier, in my opinion, to embrace whatever age you are. The successful secret to aging is to be proactive with your health, carving out time in your life for you time. Staying active, going for a walk, go to the gym, stay social, and be mindful of your thoughts. That's really key here. When you think something negative about getting older, instead of that, stop yourself for a moment and think about all your blessings instead. So change that thought to a positive thought. That's the power of mindfulness. And we're going to talk about that a lot in the near future, so stay tuned for that. So I tend to look at midlife as a time of life that we've earned. We actually feel blessed that we've been granted the time to actually make it to midlife. Not all of us are that lucky. Let's remember that. Every day is a gift, and I believe getting older can be just as beautiful of a time in our life as when we were younger. So let's get started with today's topic of some self-care rituals that have been around for thousands of years in Ayurveda medicine in one form or another that can help you to begin feeling and looking better. So for those of you who are unfamiliar with Ayurveda medicine, it's a healing modality that's been around for over 3,000 years, and it originated in India. The traditional Hindu system of medicine, it's based on the idea of balance in bodily systems and uses diet, herbal supplements, and herbal treatments, and also yogic breathing. So the word Ayurveda is a conjunction of two Sanskrit words, Ara meaning life and Veda meaning science. So basically it means the science of life. Unlike other medicinal systems, Ayurveda focuses more on healthy living rather than treatment of diseases. So I want to start with some self-care rituals that I've done for many years, and most of the things that I will talk to you about will be things that I have done, that I believe in, and that's what I want to share with you. So there's a couple of things that I start my morning with, at least 5 days a week. You don't have to get crazy that everything needs to be done, 7 days a week. But I want to talk about tongue scraping. So in both Western and Eastern medicine modalities, they look at the tongue for an indication of good health. So first thing in the morning, before you brush your teeth, you want to scrape your tongue with a copper tongue scraper. Now I'm just going to stop here for a moment because on my website, www.susanlopresti.com, there's a page that says my favorite products. I have everything that I talk about on my podcast on that page. So you don't have to search and second guess and what did she say, and you could go right to my website and it will take you directly to purchase it. So the first thing that I'm talking about is this copper tongue scraper. So you want to put it in your hands. You want to use long strokes and gently pull the scraper from the back of the tongue forward so that it removes the unwanted coating on the tongue. In Ayurveda, this is called ama, and that's a toxic product of improperly digested food. Ama blocks the subtle channels of the body as well as it disturbs digestion. So the tongue relates to different parts of the body and organs. So know that by scraping the tongue, it's a really good way to start to observe the tongue and as a result, the health of the internal organs as well. So along with that, tongue scraping also will help with bad breath, improving your sense of taste, improving your immune system, and also having better digestion. So let's look at oil pulling. It is a healing technique for your mouth. Basically, oil pulling is done first thing in the morning after you scrape your tongue and before you brush your teeth, and also before you eat or drink anything. So you want to take a tablespoon or a little bit more of either sesame oil or coconut oil, both which you can find on my website. And you want to take a teaspoon or a little bit more and swish it in your mouth for as long as you can, up to 20 minutes for optimal results. So when done, you want to spit it in a garbage and not down your drain because you want to protect your plumbing. So after you oil pull, now you could brush your teeth, which will help to remove any bacteria that is still sitting on your teeth. So what are the benefits of oil pulling? So I'm going to list them out for you. Number one, oil pulling kills harmful bacteria in the mouth. So the mouth, the human mouth, is full of bacteria, some good and some not so good. Approximately 350 types of bacteria are found in your mouth at any given time. And managing the ratio of good to bad bacteria is vital for maintaining the health of your oral microbiome. So an imbalance in favor of harmful mouth bacteria is associated with many oral health problems, including gum disease, bad breath, and tooth decay. And like I said earlier, you are at greater risk of developing cardiovascular disease or diabetes or complications from diabetes if you leave your mouth neglected. Although many people may think that this is what mouthwash is for, but studies suggest that using oil pulling is much more effective than using a mouthwash. And I'm going to talk about that in a little bit, so hang tight with that. So number two, it helps to prevent cavities. Tooth decay, also known as the cavity, is a widespread problem. Among American adults aged 20 and older, about 90% have had at least one cavity. So that's a lot. That's very high numbers. Cavities are caused by various factors that can make up the perfect storm in your mouth, including nutritional deficiencies, poor oral hygiene, consuming too much sugar, and a buildup of harmful bacteria in the mouth, which is commonly known as plaque. And we've all heard of plaque. Studies show that oil pulling can help reduce the number of harmful bacteria in the mouth, mainly by reducing one of the most common bacteria that leads to plaque buildup and dental decay, and that's Streptococcus mutans. So oil pulling is more effective at lowering strep bacteria than using mouthwash. So that in itself is a very good reason to switch to this. Number 3, it reduces bad breath. And this is another interesting one. Halitosis, which is also known as bad breath, is another prevalent condition affecting about half of Americans. Common causes of bad breath include that tongue coating that we talked about just a minute ago. So if you're not tongue scraping, that's going to cause bad breath. Oral infections, poor oral hygiene. So if you're not brushing your teeth regularly, if you're not flossing, if you're not using a water pick, all of these things, which could lead to gum disease. And if you have gum disease, you'll be getting bad breath. Although the most common intervention is a mouthwash treatment that uses harsh ingredients, studies show that oil pulling has more success than mouthwash at reducing the types of bacteria that cause bad breath. Not only is it more effective than using conventional mouthwash, but it's also safer. Mouthwash that contains antibacterial agents like chlorhexidine or alcohol can harm the good bacteria in the mouth and cause a microbial imbalance in the oral biome that can lead to many issues, including persistent bad breath. So it's crazy because the thing that we're using mouthwash for, most people are using it to kill bad breath, but it's actually also killing the good bacteria that prevents bad breath. So oil pulling is definitely a better option. Number 4, improve gum health. So gum inflammation, also known as gingivitis, is potentially marked by swollen, tender, and bleeding gums. That's what you mostly will see. One of the significant causes of gingivitis is a buildup of bacterial plaque on the teeth. Oil pulling is an effective remedy to gingivitis, especially when you use coconut oil. Coconut oil is a natural anti-inflammatory and also a gentle antibacterial agent. So if you have any kind of gum issues, my first recommendation, of course, is to make an appointment with your dentist. But in between, while you're waiting for your dentist appointment, or as soon as you start to see any kind of inflammation in your mouth or bleeding gums, start oil pulling. You should be doing this like at least 5 times a week. And if you are, you'll never get to that point. And so, it is a healthy remedy for gingivitis. Studies highlight that you can notice the benefits. I don't know if I said this already. The benefits of oil pulling in reducing gingivitis in as little as 1 week, but still go to the dentist. Number 5, whitening teeth. Although there are no current studies proving that oil pulling whitens teeth, it is one of the most commonly reported side effects of this daily habit. So like all the benefits mentioned above, it does require making oil pulling a routine and sticking to it. And I say 5 times a week, but studies say even 4 times you'll see an improvement. So with so many benefits, it seems like oil pulling would be a no-brainer habit to add to your morning routine. Plus, this habit is extremely cheap and easy to do. And there are claims that it could help with dark circles under your eyes as well. And I have a tendency to have very dark circles, so I don't know if I see an improvement with that. But I can say for myself personally is that I do see my teeth get whiter when I am oil pulling. So I could have a testament of that for sure. The next thing I want to talk about, and the last thing, is lemon water. So after you tongue scrape and you oil pull, now you could brush your teeth. And so you want to start at this point waking up your internal system. And you could do that by drinking warm lemon water in the morning and also throughout the day. So you want to do this before you have coffee. And ideally, in the perfect world, you want to wait at least 25 minutes before drinking caffeine, or any kind of, even herbal tea. So you want to do water first. So what the benefits of drinking lemon water, there's really a ton of benefits. So it's another no-brainer to get you on this path of wellness. And these are just simple, easy things that make a big difference in your health. So it energizes your body. Healthy digestion is the next thing. The minerals and the vitamins found in lemon water encourage healthy digestion. They reduce heartburn, bloating, and also it helps to loosen any toxins that are trapped in the digestive tract. And acid helps to break down the food. And so lemon is a little acidic, so it does help to break down the food. It's also rich, it's a rich source of potassium. So it helps you to stay hydrated. And most of us are not drinking enough water. So adding a little lemon to it will give it like a little bit of flavor, and you may have a tendency to drink more water. It's also weight loss friendly. So now is the best time to start drinking lemon water. We're coming into spring, summer. Well, we're in spring, but here in New York, it's still like winter. But we're coming into summer, and everyone's looking to drop a couple of pounds, right? Most people anyway. So it's an easy fix. It also prevents oxidation. And we all know that oxidation is what causes free radical damage, which ends up causing us to age quicker. So vitamin C that's found in the lemon is an antioxidant. So it's a healthy dose of vitamin C as well. So it acts as an antioxidant, it relieves stress, and it uplifts our mood. And can't we all use a little bit of that? It also helps with kidney stones. Now, thankfully, I've never personally had a kidney stone, but I've heard that it's more painful than giving birth. And I can't even imagine that. It also keeps your body alkalized. So that's where I'm really going to end today. Those 3 tips, they're very easy, like I said, to implement. And please know that you can improve your oral health with these tips. And there is nothing better than having lemon water first thing in the morning to cleanse and add that extra vitamin C to your body for strong immunity. Thank you so much for spending your valuable time here with me today. I truly am so grateful to you. If you like what you've heard so far, I encourage you to subscribe to my podcast and also to please share it with friends and family who you think can benefit from it. I would so appreciate that. My mission is to help women, and the more that we could share this information with women who are in midlife, especially going through changes. There's lots of changes that are happening in a woman's life in midlife. And so I hope that this podcast is going to help those women to sort things out and get on a healthy path to optimal wellness. Until next time, bye for now.